Hi friends. A real easy way to look at our species is that we're born to a homeless species. I mean, our brains get hijacked into a BlahBlah land that no other species understands. We don't understand. We're in BlahBlah land. And that means, and then, you add all the institutionalized control that goes on because of the language obedience. You're in the box, on a grid, chasing that dollar bill around. And so, but right before all of our eyes is where we should be. And that should be where we make our decisions from. That there's nothing more important than connecting to this earth we're from. And, it's like when I'm walking around out here, if I step on a plant that's alive or that's not like a, turf kind of plant, I feel guilty. I don't hurt nothing. I want to leave it better. I mean, we all leave our campsite better. And there's so much opportunity right now, and gee, my knee. It's like we have a fully homeless species, and we're going to make one migration back to nature with the Sese calendar and gTime. It's a have to. Okay, and so if you look at the whole species as homeless, and then you could kind of, take apart the language obedience. But don't use the word human. If you spawn the word human, that's private definition. That's gotta go. Because that's like, there's so much private definition, connotation, detonation, that goes on with that word. It's like, when one person uses it, they have one meaning, but they know the other person probably has another meaning, but, they still use the word, so they're a liar inside, and then they're a liar outside. And there's like words like that, crazy, dumb, stupid, all those private definition words, gotta go. We'll get in more in the mechanics of breaking down the language. But, because that's not really those mechanics. The more you work on that side, the more you get stuck. Go to the physical object phenomena world. E equals MC squared. These are for the kids. Holding, that's conceptual objects, no energy or matter. All right, physical objects. And that's all that matters. And you apply the inheritance. The words don't matter. Because what happens is that people, they forget, and all once they start word dancing, is what I call it. It's like, well, I'm this and I'm that. No, quit acting static, for it is written. Antiquated Greek and Latin, you add all these things together, and, you can see just how homeless we are. And it's all because of the language obedience. And the three, the only two processors, because we got our primal processor, that processes the primal world for us. Well, the ABC processor, too, that got installed, is hijacking it. All right? And so when you realize this, well, one processor, you, in charge of two. And then you'll find your way back home. It's right before your eyes. You could be in the middle of the city. Well, I don't know. We need more plants in cities because there's the energy that you feel here. And you could be in the middle of the city, even though, and if you're just thinking with physical objects and the words don't matter, we won't have a bunch of word magicians living around us. It's like that your words, you use them scientifically, that you make sure you can point at it, they can point at it. There's no private definition. There's no question, because you have to give every cell of your body your eyes before that you make that multicellular shift internally back to you, so we could do it outside. And so it's all about purity and thought and thinking. Because, if you're making decisions from this earth, there's not going to be a bunch of war. And that's, spell has two meanings for a reason. It's like 1492, the natives here have seen them coming under their spell. That's how God too. The natives recognized it. And so they didn't work, a lot of them gave up their logic. There's not a native around except for us now, because they all operate from 2018 language obedience. And it's, I'll say it again, I've said this before, is that, we're born into the United States of military. That was founded in 1775. Okay? And so, what we're doing as G-timers is like, how they make us all over Mount Rushmore, blah, 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 blah. No, this is like the whole earth forever will thank you for bringing our species home. And so I love you. We are homeless. We're born to a homeless species. The countdown calendar brings us home, keeps the children. And so, just relax and let's have fun. All right, I'm going to do a new video every day. I'm pretty much every day. I'm working on some other stuff that are more the mechanical business side. It's just kind of hijacked me for a second. I'm doing a new video, and if you count them all down, they're going to be in a order that, kind of there's a progression there. I mean, that's what when I taught skiing. The progression always had to be, has to be there. So anyway, I love you guys. And yeah, just realize you're homeless. I mean, it's like you're on a street, in a grid, addressed, doors locked, curtains drawn, remote control in hand, alarm on, emotional grunting at the TV. It's a trap, the whole programming trap. And that we have to break free of the language obedience. I mean, oh my gosh. It's like the guys who pushed the buttons at Auschwitz, well, it's stronger today. The language obedience, because of the K-12 baptism we all get. It's like, let's discard our nature for the other calendar. So what we're going to do is grow us and the children to come and the future as life. Precise. Like farmers grow crops. Alright, and we're going to do it like open source, child, adult, logic, dichotomy. OS called, knock, knock, knock. OS called. That's the business side of gTimers. I was going to introduce all this stuff later. I don't want to go too long, but but that just really pick up on the fact that our species is homeless. Everything makes sense. And we're born to this homeless species. Because it's like the logic is gone. ISIS under another grunt landed here. And, an emotional grunta with the E-grunta virus. 1492. And so, so only somebody from California can save us. That'll be a video soon. But anyway, oh gosh, I love you guys. We're going to go. This is kind of a overview station, how you gonna think, what you gonna see. It's like our species is homeless. And to get back on that and to finish this thought, that someday I think that every house in a city has to be at least 1/3 greenhouse. And this 1/3 of the greenhouse would have fishies swimming through and also, nourishing the plants and fertilizing or whatever. and they would also be your friends. I'll make a video with my fishy friends here pretty soon. But, but then that energy is flowing in the whole neighborhood if all houses are 1/3 greenhouse. And, you use your greenhouse to keep your house warmer. It also works, there's a trick you can do for keep stuff cool, too. And so, yeah, and so that's where we're going as far as the cities are concerned, and we get this sustainable mind back that we had for all those years before the autopilot took over of the ABC processor. It's snowing in Cali. It's snowing in Cali, and it's 100 degrees. No, I don't think it's 100 degrees. I've had fun talking to you guys. Oh yeah, I heard it. Yeah, it's really snowing. Snowing everywhere. Oh, so. Love you guys.